Hello there. Happy Thursday, and welcome to another edition of Husker Online Headlines. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, as we get ready to head out to California tomorrow. We are presented by Sartor Hamann Jewelers and our title sponsor of StayHome.Care. StayHome.Care offers many of the same types of personalized care you'd find in a nursing home, right in the comfort of your home. Whether your loved one is young or old, living with a disability, recovering from a surgery, or just simply needs extra help when they're sick, StayHome.Care provides consistent, compassionate support from personal care and companionship to daily tasks like laundry, meal prep, and assistance with appointments or outings. We're here when your loved ones need you and you can't be there. Visit their website at StayHome.Care to learn more. Again, that's .care, not .com. Again, you can learn more at StayHome.Care or call 402-205-2233. Our heart is with you, because we put our heart into everything we do. Your home, our care, StayHome.Care. But Mr. Sipple, let's get into the headlines here. Let's start it out right off the bat. Headline number one, a California kid will be in spotlight in venerable Rose Bowl. And for full disclosure, you wrote these headlines and you decided to get super newspaper fancy on me here with your showing off of the English language. I've never heard that. What can you explain to our
what venerable means?
Venerable, yeah, it's a very
hallowed ground. It means like you walk up on an old church, an old venerable church that is time honored. You know,
you're really flexing your Columbus, Nebraska honors program there. Our highly gifted program there with that.
The gifted program,
fancy word.
And I notice it's left out of the headline. A California kid.
Megan's like, our users aren't going to understand Sipple's fanciness.
This headline should have read, a California kid will be in the spotlight at the venerable Rose Bowl.
Megan thought it was probably a spelling error because I did. I'm like, what does that mean? But anyway,
Sean, what's the weather? What kind of weather are we talking about?
82 degrees.
What happens when the fog disperses in California? UCLA.
Is that your joke? Did you use that in Beatrice or Fremont today?
I used that in Fremont, and it went over very well. After getting booed last week in Beatrice for a couple jokes, booed.
Tough crowd.
Booed. Anyway, yeah. So let's get it on the rails.
Venerable Rose Bowl.
Let's get back. TJ Lateef is going to the venerable Rose Bowl. You'll walk up on it. You will walk up on the Rose Bowl, and you will feel something, right? Right? What will you feel?
Mystique.
Because it's venerable. You will feel it. You will see those words right on the side of it in that script, and you will feel a little something different.
We won't get the full sunset over the San Gabriel Mountains.
No.
Because it's a 6 o'clock local kick.
Wait a second. Will we get the sunset?
I don't know. I can tell you what time the sun sets.
Yeah.
Let's double check that.
Because we won't walk up there right at 6 either, right?
Yeah. Sunset on the venerable Rose Bowl is at 4:54 p.m.
Which is, we will see the sunset.
We'll see, but it won't be a part of the game.
No, we will see it though.
But normally when they play the traditional Rose Bowl at 2:30 or whatever it is, you get the sunset as part of the game.
Yeah, which is incredible. But yeah, this is big, obviously, for Nebraska's new starting quarterback, subbing, replacing the injured Dylan Raiola. I don't know what to expect. We do know it's a good setting for him in that it's not like going into a hornet's nest, right? You're going to have I think you're probably right. I don't know that Nebraska could have more fans there than UCLA.
I do. I mean, I think from what we know of history, there has never been a West Coast trip where Nebraska's not brought 20,000 fans. And we're going to talk about that as a headline.
Sorry, don't burn that.
So I don't want to burn through.
Don't burn. Let's talk about Lateef.
You have the venerable ability to take headline 3 and bring it into 1, but we'll get to headline 3.
You used to incredibly wrong, but that's fine for now. Now, this kid, what are you looking for?
I think it's a big Dana Holgerson game.
Okay.
And Glenn Thomas, what can they do with him? What can they put in? Because part of it to me too is you're going to do some things you've not shown. Mm-hmm. Like what you've shown right now with TJ Lateef has been very limited. Mm-hmm. It's been very controlled. Mm-hmm. Now you've got a full week to say, all right, this is our guy. So we got to build with what he can do. So early on in this game, can they create a couple sparks with TJ Lateef that they have not shown? And I think for UCLA, they had the bye week. So they had a whole week of probably looking at Dylan Raiola.
Right.
And then on Monday morning, they had to start all over again and start looking at TJ Lateef more.
Right. And Tim Skipper talked about it. They went back to his high school film. They obviously looked at Akron and Houston Christian, which I think would only give you like almost a false read. I don't know how seriously you can take that film because of the lackluster nature of those opponents. I think, come on, what we're talking about is more RPOs, right? And probably some read option, zone read option, whatever you call it in South Omaha. What do you call it?
Venerable?
What do you call it? Read option or zone read?
Zone read.
And you think we'll see that, right?
Well, I think it's an option, but I think RPO will be more. Now, Dylan ran a lot of RPO. The problem was he wasn't really much of a threat to run off the RPO.
Right. So you'll see. I mean, in my mind's eye, I see Lateef out in space more. Obviously, see, he gives you these attributes that Nebraska always has to deal with, which is a play breaks down and boom, there goes TJ Lateef, who runs like a running back. He can scramble, he can get you out of situations and make an opponent pay for it. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. There's really 4 things in my mind that I'm really looking for. I think I can go through these off the top of my head. 4 things. Ball security is huge. I mean, it's just gigantic. He already had a little problem against USC, right? A couple fumbles. You can't do that. Along those lines, can he throw it downfield on third down, get key completions? Yeah, 3rd and 8, exactly. 3rd and long.
Or it's covered and you have to make the throw.
100%. Or it's just not sitting there for you. You got to make the throw.
Like you have to hit it on the button.
Right. Like it or not, like Dylan or not, Dylan could do that and did it a lot. Along those lines, could Lateef orchestrate the kind of comeback that Dylan did against Northwestern or against Maryland? 4 third down throws against Northwestern of 5 yards or more. That's not easy to do. Could Lateef do that? Because he might have to. Operation. We talked about this earlier in the week. How is he just with standard operation of the offense? Getting the plays delivered correctly, getting guys lined up, being mindful of the play clock. All of that comes into play.
Do you go to the strategy of getting him up to the line of scrimmage as fast as you can so you can talk to him for 10 seconds?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. But that's tricky, right?
Like, can he get the verbiage out that quick,
right?
Then get up to the line,
right?
Where Dana can at least give him 10 seconds of wisdom.
All things we took for granted with Dylan Raiola. Now, again, you benefit from going to a place where it's not going to be loud. In fact, it'll probably be quiet enough that you could almost just yell to him. That kind of setting, right? You've been in settings like that where the coach can almost just yell out to him. You don't have to now because of the technology, but this could be one of those type of games.
Yeah, you're not going to get a huge student presence there, I would not think.
No, not a huge presence from any period. But anyway, TJ Lateef has added some, I would say, mystery to this. We don't really know what this is going to look like, right?
No, and I think how full will they keep his plate?
Right.
Or will it be a manageable plate?
Yeah, well, I would think they got to dial it back. Will they give him as much freedom at the line of scrimmage that Dylan had? The answer is no. It's just
I would imagine the checks that he gets will come from the sideline. They'll be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a check that they see, the sideline's going to do a signal or do something probably to, designate the check to him, because that's where Dylan could get up there and do a lot of those things.
Right. This is I love this football discussion because TJ Lateef has ability to, just the raw ability to excel at the position. But that's a position that's not all about just raw ability. It's so much more than raw ability. It's a thinking man's position, and it's being able to respond to pressure. Oh, and the one thing I didn't mention, you know what's going to happen to TJ Lateef? He's going to get hit hard. He's going to get his bell rung.
And they're going to go the safeties.
They'll go after him. Those veteran players, they know it's a true freshman, and he's not that big.
And he might hesitate.
Yeah. So what's that? Can he handle that? Can he, Sean, you played football. You get your bell rung. Yeah, get up for the next play. And he's the quarterback. He's got to get everybody else
10 seconds to gather yourself.
Yeah, he's going to run into that. That's going to happen. He's going to get hammered a couple of times.
Isn't it wild though? Like August 1st, this wasn't even a thought.
Not really. No, we were all
Gramstad.
Gramstad.
Like, but August 1st, Big Ten Media Days time, TJ Lateef stepping in for an injured Dylan Raiola, not even on the bingo card.
No, not really. It's the South Omaha bingo card at the Venerable Church. No, it wasn't, because we were all thinking Gramstad.
Yeah, I mean,
most people I think were.
And honestly, at that point, you didn't even know what the gap between Marco Stavila and Lateef was yet.
Oh, no, I think it's a pretty sizable
now
gap.
It is, but like in going into camp, it didn't feel like it was as sizable as it is now.
We think it's sizable in that Davila didn't travel.
He didn't go to Maryland. He didn't go to Minnesota.
Right. He didn't travel for those 2 games.
So I'm intrigued.
I don't like this. It's hard to say excited because you think of Dylan, and it's unfortunate what's going on here with Dylan. But at the same time, you don't want to over dramatize that either. Injuries happen.
Dylan had his surgery in New York on Wednesday, and he's hoping to be back in Lincoln to maybe see the team off on Friday.
Okay. But he won't be going.
Nope. It will not be going. Gunnar Gatula also had surgery.
Okay.
On his knee.
Okay.
So he was back around the players. I don't know if his was a severe knee deal. Obviously, he was back out there right away.
Well, I think Rule said on Monday.
Meniscus?
Well, it was he said it was more like cartilage.
Cartilage, or cleanup.
He said it wasn't, the L word wasn't involved.
Okay.
Ligament. That's what he said.
The good news for Lateef
I think that's what he said.
Pritchett
right?
is practice all week.
Okay, so you were talking about that on one of the other shows. So it's Pritchett will be available at left tackle and Corcoran at right tackle.
That's your combo.
Then Tyler Knack would be the first guy off the bench.
Yep.
And then after that, you don't know Tamua, but it probably won't get down to that, so don't worry about it. As long as you have Pritchett and Corcoran, I think you feel okay.
Yeah. So they're where they need to be, and you hope that Lateef can maybe take some attention off Emmett Johnson.
Oh, I know. That's an interesting conversation. How could this benefit Emmett Johnson? How could it detract? Would it detract? I think mostly benefit because they have to pay attention to Lateef as a runner. Now you got to pay attention to 2 runners. So that could actually help Emmett a little bit, right?
No doubt. Well, let's take it before we go to headline 2. We're brought to you by our title sponsor, StayHome.Care. Call them at 402-205-2233 to learn more about what they can do for you, your family. We're also brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Sartor Hamann, your go-to for fine jewelry, watches, and master craftsmanship. Sartor Hamann has been serving Nebraska in the Midwest for 120 years. Check out our patent Heartland diamonds, custom cut and polished with extra facets to be the most beautiful diamond you have ever seen. Exclusive only at Sartor Hamann. All natural diamonds, not lab grown. Give her a diamond that you can see all the way across the room, guaranteed to wow her and her friends and family. Paired with our spectacular gold and platinum jewelry mountings, and you have a legacy item that will last a lifetime and beyond. We also buy old gold and jewelry items. Gold is at an all-time high, so bring in your old items for top dollar and more to trade in for new items. Sartor Hamann has been voted the best of the year after year. Don't forget our custom Husker items and our huge selection of fine watches. Visit SartorHamann.com or use the promo code HuskerOnline. You'll get 10% off your order. Sartor Hamann, the outlet at 12th and O, for 30 to 70% savings every day, and at South Point Pavilions and Grand Island. Sartor Hamann Jewelers, where only the best will do, a tradition as famous as the Huskers. SartorHamann.com. All right, let's take it, Sip, to headline number 2. UCLA QB, clearly the biggest challenge for the Blackshirts, and that QB, by the way, Nico Amila. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher this. I have the pronunciation from me. I was totally.
You need to go to that.
Imaliava. Nico Imaliava.
Good job, you got it.
It's like the ultimate tripwire, though, when you have a 5-syllable name.
Oh God, yes.
Nico Imaliava will give Nebraska obviously a lot of problems.
Well, he's the offense. I mean, that's the best way to put. that's a little hyperbolic, but he is their leading rusher. And of course, he's the guy who directs the offense. He's easily their leading rusher. I always go to this card. I don't know why I was watching the end of the college football playoff game between Tennessee and Ohio State, because the game was over, but I was watching it. And if you watch it, you'll understand. If you would go back and watch it, you'll say Sipple's not full of it. He was running well and hard. He got his helmet cracked and was still running hard. 6'6", 215. Joseph Meyer does our breakdown of the opponent, and he does a great job. And he pointed out in that breakdown, he's kind of hard to deal with as a scrambler, because a lot of times you can anticipate where a guy is going to launch from his scramble. He's hard to predict. So, this is the game right here. So when Jerry Neuheisel took over the play calling duties a month ago, it was before Penn State. They turned him loose. For whatever reason, they weren't doing that. They weren't doing that before, and it's paid off.
Well, as you heard John Butler talk about, the quarterback run game is an ultimate equalizer, because all of a sudden,
explain it,
you don't have an advantage. You have to account for the quarterback as a runner, where when he's not a runner, you have an extra person back.
Right.
When the quarterback does run, you're playing 11 on 11.
Right. And this is a good runner. He has a stiff arm. He'll whip through the B gap. He'll run around the end. I don't want to make him sound like Vince Young,
but he was a college football playoff starting quarterback,
5-star,
highly ranked.
Right. He's a big time athlete.
What I remember is when they played Iowa in that bowl game.
Okay.
And he redshirted that first year, but that was like the bonus game for him, and he looked incredible against Iowa.
See, you respect him. It's okay to respect him. I respect him. Outside of him, they're all right. They have you recognize the name Jalen Berger, transfer running back. Not great numbers though. 59 carries, 249 yards, 4.2 a carry. They have a guy named Javian Thomas. Again, not bad. I think their best offensive player is probably Quasi Gilmer, 31 catches for 382 yards. He had a big reception against Nebraska last year in Lincoln, 48-yarder, I think. So and then they got a good slot guy. But, Sean, their total offense, 101st in the country. They don't really, I hate to say it this way, UCLA doesn't really do anything particularly well. Anything.
It's interesting how bad they played against, some quality group of 5 teams, New Mexico and UNLV.
Got beat. And
who was there? Oh, Utah. Utah hammered them.
Utah beat them 43-10. And this is where I get on my stoop a little bit. This is a cautionary tale for ADs, for head coaches everywhere. Virtually every starter for UCLA on defense was a transfer. Okay. Transfer. Almost the whole defense. Transfers. First 3 games didn't gel. Head coach loses his job over it. They're terrible defensively. It's a lot of the reason he got fired. So that's cautionary, right? Be careful with what you're doing in that portal. And if you overuse it, and Sean, they lost to UNLV and New Mexico. New Mexico ran for 286 on them.
Yeah, you look at the schedule, and they easily could have 6 wins right now.
Well, yeah, they had no business losing to UNLV and New Mexico. And they got, I think they got.
And they lost to Northwestern, but then beat Penn State. And that, the Penn State game kind of really turned things for them.
And what gets your attention, what should get Nebraska's fans' attention is what they did to Michigan State in East Lansing. They beat them by 25. You saw that team in here. Nebraska struggled to put that game away. So that gets your attention. UCLA will, like I always say, I say it all the time, they'll trot guys out of that tunnel that look really good. They'll look good coming out of the tunnel. They will.
Last year, they looked good.
Oh, God, didn't they?
When I talked to a Penn State person, and he's like, Sean, he goes, when you watch UCLA, they have guys.
I know. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to Lateef, is he didn't see that against Akron and Houston Christian. He didn't see guys like that. Now, he did against USC, and that helps him. Helps him.
It's kind of like when Nebraska was losing as a program. They're not winning big by any means now, but where they would lose, and the opposing team would like, don't kid yourself. This Nebraska team though had some players,
right?
And
Right.
that's UCLA. Like, there's nobody in the Big Ten that just has a bad rot. I mean, hell, Purdue was playing people close,
Right. I mean, I think the closest thing to a team that you would look at coming out of the tunnel and say, "Ooh, doesn't look like much," kind of looks like North Dakota State is Northwestern, but they play so well. They're so well coached, and they're so definitive in the way they do things that it kind of overcomes that.
Yeah, they've taken on that identity, and I mean, they play pretty similar to how when Pat Fitzgerald was there.
Yeah,
they can't really steer off that style.
No, but UCLA when they come out there, it won't look like North Dakota State, right?
No.
So, but yeah, their quarterback Nico is the challenge.
Imaliava.
Yeah, he's the challenge.
Say it with me.
Imaliava.
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 Yes.
Bam.
Yes.
Venerable.
We're ready.
Yes, we are.
Good practice.
We're going to Pasadena.
We had our walk through there.
I hope we get out there. Are we having any? You hear any flight problems with United? They're shutting down some of their small planes, is what I've heard.
Our flight that we're on lands in Lincoln tonight, so we'll have a plane theoretically in Lincoln tonight.
Okay, so
we'll find out.
Yeah, United's doing some stuff right now. We gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, there's been nothing, thankfully, yet for us, but you haven't missed a game in a long time, so this would be a tough way to.
What would you do if they cancel the flight? There's just nothing you could do, right?
Drive.
Oh, yeah. Could you leave tomorrow and make it 24-hour drive?
It's a night game.
Yeah. I don't know if is it more than 24 hours though?
It's I-80 the whole way.
Yeah, I don't know what Lincoln to LA is. I assume it'd be about 24 hours.
I think I-80 goes through at Los Angeles or San Francisco.
I don't know.
I mean, I know
I've never done it.
I don't want to.
Right.
The Minnesota drive took enough out of me.
Yeah.
You forget what drives do to you like that.
That was stressful because you had to get back for a party, right?
To go to Roca.
I was stressed out for you. Like I go
to Rocaberry Farm.
Yeah, I was stressed out for you.
I had a drink of cranium right when I got home. All right, Megan pulls up the distance. It's about 1,500 miles, 23 hours.
Oh my God, I nailed it. Thank you, Megan. 24 hours. I just was kind of just sort of common sense tells you that, right? It takes the way I gauged it was it takes 24 hours basically to drive to Tallahassee. And so that's, kind of similar.
We're not built for a drive like that anymore. I mean, when I was like 26 or something, I could handle that.
Yeah. And part of it is you and Robin don't want me driving. So you guys got to carry the load. I can drive a little, but I can tell you guys don't like it. When
you don't use cruise control, right?
Let's not talk about this on the air. Oh, all right. Headline 3.
Cruise control.
I don't. Headline 3.
You don't like that? Cut that out. All right. We're brought to you by StayHome.Care, our title sponsor.
Perfect.
Great company. Learn more about them. They might even help Sipple drive. They might give you some cruise control lessons. Give them a call.
I know how to use it.
402-205-2233. I'm just visioning.
I know
you making right-hand passes and right lane passes. Excuse me. We're also brought to you by Ridge Wallets. Phenomenal company. We've worked with Ridge now for a while here with HuskerOnline, and we're traveling. I'm gonna have my Ridge wallet with me. It's perfect. They have the credit card size wallets as well that you can just put in your front pocket. You can stack 12 different cards. So like on a trip like this,
nice.
I know I'm bringing my license and maybe 2 or 3 credit cards, and that's all you need.
The other day you said we need travel paperwork. Like we're not going to Tijuana.
Passports.
No, we don't need our passports. Sean.
But yeah, Ridge Wallets make it easy, and it's not just wallets. They have bags, keychains, tons of other great premium products they make. Also, a lot of cool team items. They have a Los Angeles Dodgers World Series wallet. They have Husker stuff, whatever your favorite team is. They have a wallet as well. Great gift for someone over the holidays. And we've got a special for you with Husker Online. Go to the website, ridge.com/Husker. Use the code Husker, and you'll get 10% off your order at Ridge. Again, that's ridge.com/Husker, promo code Husker. And you're going to receive 10% off your order of Ridge. Thanks to Ridge for sponsoring us here on Husker Online Headlines.
By the way, I don't think you need a passport to get to Tijuana.
I think you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Back in the day, like
you didn't need it back in the day, but
in 1999 you didn't.
I think it changed in about 06.
Okay. Really, you got to have a passport.
Mm-hmm.
That would just.
I went over there once to Nogales with my mom.
I won't ask.
For medicinal reasons. No. No. I was kind of goes into headline 3. I was down there speaking at the Arizonans Husker group.
Okay.
In Phoenix.
Oh, you were down that way?
And I was down there for a whole weekend. And we had a car. And I don't know, in 06, my mom came with me. I was not married. And she wanted to come check it out. And we drove down to Nogales.
Wow.
We parked and then walked over.
How was it?
Well, it was 34 degrees. It was like it was snowing.
In Nogales.
Yeah. And it never snowed. So nobody was out. I mean, it was kind of we ate lunch there and came back. It wasn't much to see.
Okay.
I don't think you would do that today.
Probably not.
But
the only time, I mean, I went to Tijuana one time and I ate a burrito I always say it tasted like they mopped over it on the floor before I ate it. It was almost like you couldn't eat it.
Yeah, we stopped in Tucson on the way home.
Tucson,
because you drive through Tucson before you would get to Nogales.
Okay.
But back then you could park and then you just walked in, and there was just kind of like a tourist border area.
Okay. I think it's changed.
Changed a little bit. But let's get into headline 3. An interesting atmosphere awaits. Are we looking at a big red takeover in Cali? I think we are.
Why?
Just because of history. I mean, we've done these trips. There has never been a game out west in the last 25 years where there has not been 20,000 plus Nebraska fans there.
Whip through them.
Well, let's go through them. 98 at Cal.
Okay, 98 at Cal. Big Husker presence.
96 at Arizona State. I would like to think there were a lot of Husker fans there.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't there.
I was there. That was huge. Yeah, it was a huge Husker presence.
So that's another
Safe
one
to say, yeah.
that you can assume.
When was Bo out there?
Well, you had 06 USC.
Yeah.
You had 2012 UCLA.
That was the one I was thinking of.
You had 2014 Fresno State.
Those were, I mean, I remember the Nebraska presence at those last two.
2012 Washington. Or
huge.
2011 Washington.
2011 Washington might have been the biggest of them all, right?
One of them,
right?
Yeah. And then 2017 Oregon was huge.
Oh, yeah.
They said at Oregon it was the largest opposing fan base that's ever been in their stadium.
Wow.
And we take that for granted.
I don't.
But it's special as hell. And you're seeing it with Nebraska volleyball right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, USC, they play at USC in like over a week from now. They've already sold over, it's like 10,600 tickets for a volleyball game in LA with Nebraska.
You fancy yourself kind of an AD. Think about the USC AD, how you'd look at that.
Freaked out.
Not good.
Well, it's going to shatter their attendance record by like 2,000 or 3,000.
Let alone the head coach of USC.
So USC and UCLA, when Nebraska's there, it's going to shatter the attendance records. And so Nebraska volleyball will essentially have the attendance record almost in every venue in the Big Ten.
That is a remarkable phenomenon. That the USC coach, AD players, they got to worry. Not worry, but they got to look at that and go, really? So Nebraska fans are going to have 10,000 people in our arena.
Well, I'll say this.
And we're going to have 1,000.
You know, and Michigan was the same way. And then Michigan got nailed. They photoshopped the record crowd image.
Yeah.
And they colored out the red and made it blue. And the Twitter detectives just killed them.
Oh my God. So going to look at the Rose Bowl. How would you describe that Rose Bowl picture right there?
Well, what I'm going to envision, Old Town Pasadena Friday night will be like O Street.
You think so?
And I've done these trips enough to know these places you go, they don't even know what's going on.
You mean the locals?
Like the bars and the restaurants.
The locals don't.
And they
know.
won't be staffed. I mean, just if you're going down there, be prepared for places that aren't staffed to handle 20,000 Nebraska fans. And you'll get a lot of what's it take to get a drink around here. Right. I mean, I've seen these trips for 25 years, right. And this is just brace yourself for Old Town Pasadena. It's gonna be fun Friday night for everyone down there, but it's gonna be hard to probably get a beer.
Yeah, harder than it was 15 years ago, right?
But back to volleyball, what makes
Yeah.
the traveling fun when you know they're going to win.
Mhm.
So you go out there for the match and you know they're going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, when football, if you knew football was going to win every road trip, think how many more people would travel.
Yeah. It'd be very chest puffy.
Because it takes a lot out of you when you go on the road and then they lose.
Don't I know it?
Those airport walk of shames.
Oh, God.
When you're walking through like the terminal and Nebraska loses on Sunday, I mean, it's just pitiful.
In its own sporting kind of way, yes.
I mean, you just, everyone's heads are down. Yeah. I mean, it's like we're going back for a funeral.
Yeah, you're a little much, but yeah. In this game, come on. Yeah.
But this is a great trip.
I keep saying this. This is a game Nebraska should win. Now it's not favored to win it.
They're underdog by 1.5.
If Dylan were healthy, they would be probably a 6.5 to 7.5 point favorite.
Yeah. Now, what I find interesting is Massey, the internal analytics tool that On3 uses, like a Ken Palm type deal. They still give Nebraska a 57% chance to win.
Okay.
So Massey's been damn near 100% accurate. Like,
have they?
So against Northwestern, they called for a 7-point or an 8-point Nebraska win. Nebraska won. Their score prediction for Northwestern was 28-20. The final was 28-21.
Okay, give me some more then.
For USC, they predicted USC by 7, 34-27.
Okay.
It was 21-17.
A little off there.
Minnesota, that was wrong. They predicted Nebraska to win by 3, but Maryland, they predicted Nebraska to win by 3. Nebraska won by 3. They predicted Nebraska to beat Michigan State by 11. Nebraska won by 11. So they're fairly accurate. Against Michigan, they predicted Michigan to win by 7. Michigan won by 3.
And one more time, what's their prediction for this game?
They've got Nebraska 27-24.
Okay. Yeah,
they've got Nebraska losing at Penn State by 10 and Iowa beating Nebraska by 4. So Massey has Nebraska finishing 7-5 right now.
Okay. Well, again, I regard this as one they should win, to which you would say, wait a second, they have a backup quarterback. Yes, I know. I still think Nebraska should win. Not easily, though.
Yeah, you just wonder where UCLA's head's at. For them to make a bowl is next to impossible.
Yeah, you do wonder that.
Like, if they get this win, they could have an outside chance, but I don't know if there's 3 more wins on that schedule for them.
Well, let's go through it real fast since we got time
here,
here,
Sean.
Pop
it up here. Yeah, look at their schedule. They've got Nebraska, Ohio State, Washington, USC.
At Ohio State. Washington's tough, then at USC. Yeah.
Are there 3 wins there?
No. Doesn't look like it. Could be 2. Could be 2.
They squandered it early. I mean, UNLV, New Mexico, Northwestern.
So will they be now? Do you have any of those same thoughts about Nebraska that they've
squandered it?
Well, they're out of the playoff talk now. Does that affect Nebraska? I mean, Nebraska did the bowl thing. They accomplished that last year. How much do kids now? I always contend that guys like us, women like us, our age-ish, that we still talk about bowls like it's 2004. It's not. Like, we talk about going to a bowl and why, and how important is it important to these players?
I still think it's important to have another month of practice.
You do the players.
Well, now that the portal doesn't open until after the bowl, and if you quit early, you don't get paid.
Okay. Well, that helps. That helps.
Yeah, Sip, you can take December off, but you ain't going to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean,
and some of that's sizable money that you're talking about.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars,
right.
6-figure, high 5-figure payouts. Like, yeah, you don't have to play, but you're going to lose 100,000.
Yeah.
So we shall see. All right, let's move it in to headline 4. Again, we're brought to you by StayHome.Care, phenomenal company that's there for you, your family, your loved ones, to help you in times of need. Call them at 402-205-2233. We're also brought to you by Tushy.
Tushy.
We get a lot of feedback from our Tushy ads, Sipple.
I wonder why.
Well, if you're not familiar with Tushy, they make owning a bidet simple and easy and affordable. You want to get one of these done professionally, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Well, They've got premium great products that hook up, and you can get these things on in a matter of minutes. As you see the pricing on these, some of the options are around $200, and
good.
It's a quick install. You get it on, you get it rolling, and you have a bidet right at your home. And we've got a great deal with Husker Online. You'll get 10% off with the code Husker Online at hellotushy.com/Husker Online. Get on there, check it out. Remember, a hole is only a naughty word if you wipe. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use the promo code Husker Online at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code Husker Online.
God bless America.
Thank you, Hello Tushy, for getting us all cleaned up here on the Husker Online show.
Yeah. Yes.
So, they go a little far there.
No, you're fine.
All right, let's go to headline 4. Big Ten, a mega game in Iowa City tops the Big Ten slate. Number 9, Oregon at number 20, Iowa. And I want to start there. Iowa ranked 20th in the playoff poll. And it tells you the AP has not ranked. The AP has just kind of been snooty about Iowa's wins all year. Well, the committee's not. And they've got Iowa ranked 20th. It's going to be cold. It's going to be sleeting.
Maybe sleeting. Cold and windy, rain, and maybe sleet is what the Iowa radio man told me.
I can just see Kirk Ferentz and Phil Parker smile.
Oh, God, yes. I don't know. This game, we got to watch it, first of all. By the way, Oregon is 9th in the CFP initial rankings.
They don't have a great win yet.
No, this is a tough game. I would think a Nebraska fan would really want to watch this and look first at what I was able to do offensively with their offensive line, which they feel really good about. They should, because there's potentially 2 All-Americans on it. Yes, people have pointed out in the comments, I misjudged Iowa's up front. They're not great on defense up front. They're not.
Norfolk native Cade Pieper is a starter for Iowa's O-line.
Whoa, really?
Norfolk Catholic.
He's starting.
Was not recruited by Nebraska.
Now, what does that look like against Oregon? Can they pound away and run it down the field on Oregon? That's what you're looking at, right? I mean, you don't have to overthink that kind of stuff.
Control the game, shorten the game.
Running quarterback, big running quarterback for Iowa.
Make it a field position game. The thing about Iowa's defense is it's hard to get big plays on them.
Right. Now, the one thing is Oregon covers punts with the best of them. So the special teams part where Iowa has that great return man may be negated. They cover punts really well, Oregon. Will Oregon be affected by the weather? We wondered that about USC. You led the charge on that conversation. You ended up probably being right.
It affected their throwing game.
I didn't think they looked comfortable at all coming out of the gate, USC. I think some of it was the cold. Will Oregon be affected by that? Or would you say Oregon? No, they play in that.
Yeah, Oregon's not LA.
Right.
I mean,
right.
So I do think for them, 50s and 40s is they deal with that sometimes.
So that may not be an advantage.
All right, other games in the league. Friday night, Northwestern at USC.
Wow.
That's an interesting one.
Sean, I might have to hole up in my room a little bit.
After dinner?
Yeah. Watch that.
That will be just to see how USC comes back on a short week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indiana at Penn State. And I think this is, if Penn State shows up and plays to their capability, this could be an interesting game.
You just wonder if Indiana can bludgeon Penn State like they've been bludgeoning people. Sean, five games this year for Indiana where they rush for 300 plus. That's old Nebraska.
I can just hear Signetti at Big Ten Media Days. We had 5 games where we rushed for 300 yards plus. 300 yards plus.
Oh, he's the height of obnoxious, but they're bullying people. Now, will they go to Happy Valley and run for 300?
The beautiful thing about
are they going to Happy Valley? That's in Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
The beautiful thing about that game is for us, it's a 9 a.m. kick in LA.
Oh God, we can watch football on Saturday.
So you can have breakfast and watch Kurt Signetti.
Yeah. Hopefully there's enough help. We've run into problems at breakfast with lack
This
of
is a
help.
Residence Inn. So it's
we're staying a Residence Inn.
Yeah, it's got a buffet, grab and go type deal.
Okay.
But Ohio State at Purdue, big
Okay.
number for the Buckeyes, 29.5.
Jeez.
Which in November, that's a big number.
It's a big number. It is.
Especially if possessions and points are a little harder to come by later in the year.
That seems high.
I think Ohio State's going to win, but can 29? They win by 20?
I wouldn't do that.
Barry Odom has done a pretty good job.
That'd be a horrifying afternoon if you had a lot of money on that.
Probably the most interesting game, in your opinion, though, Sip, is Maryland at Rutgers.
Oh, God. I'm just kidding. Good God. Good God.
Good God. Speaking of TV ratings for games, I saw a number that freaked me out.
What?
Baylor?
Yeah.
Or Central Florida at Baylor.
Okay.
What do you think the TV rating was?
I don't know. By thousands of viewers? Is that what you're talking about?
How many thousands of people watched it?
How many thousands? I'd say 2,200.
Well, television rating on ESPN channel. Like, what?
How many people watched it then?
Only 58,000.
Oh my God.
I mean, normally you're getting like 1 million or in the hundreds.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what kind of number we're talking about, but
22. I mean,
that's a horrible number. What's up with that?
Like a MAC game gets like 15,000.
Okay.
But yeah, that freaked me out. But Maryland Rutgers, I don't think that's going to get much of a number.
What will it get?
It's on FS1.
Will it get 100,000?
Yeah, it'll get like 253, okay. But it'll be a low-ranked game for the Big Ten. Washington at Wisconsin. The Badgers 2-6.
Washington, the reason I watch them is because Fish could be on the move.
Oh, he's getting a lot of love.
Yeah, SEC type love. He could be on the move.
Florida.
He's doing a great job. Now, I would think they would go win that game fairly decisively. What's the line on that?
It's Wisconsin's a dog at home by 11.5.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
But Florida's name is being mentioned for Jed Fish.
Yeah, Florida.
Because people assume that Lane Kiffins is going to stay.
No, Fish is formidable, and he's showing formidability this year at Washington. He is. They're going to be 7-2, right? That's pretty good.
Dannon made that hire there.
Yeah, good point.
Good hire.
Yeah.
All right. Before we take it
really good
to headline number 5, again, we're brought to you by our title sponsor of StayHome.Care. A great company that helps you when you can't be there for your loved ones. They can come to your house and assist about any task you can think of. Give them a call at 402-205-2233 to learn more about them and their services. We're also brought to you by who, Steve Sibley?
Larson Motors. I got to get Trixie. She got her car totaled. She needs to go down to Larson Motors. I got to tell her this. If you're looking for a vehicle, how about Larson Motors in Nebraska City? How about making that drive? It's like 45 minutes from Lincoln. It's one of the Midwest's only dealerships with all the major brands in one location. So find your new Chevrolet, GMC, Hummer, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram never has been easier. Start your new experience today at LarsonMotorGroup.com or at Larson Motors in Nebraska City. Larson Motors, Sean, real people,
real deals. All right, let's go to headline 5, odds and ends. Husker Wrestling. Wow. They had a pretty good opening weekend last week.
At a Navy tournament. They finished first out of 10.
I mean, guys did like 5 matches in a day, but Nebraska Wrestling is ranked number 2, where they should be.
They're ranked number 2. This is a huge, it's Friday night. They wrestle Army. Army's ranked number 24, number 23, depending on the rankings you see. Okay, so Army's coming in here. They're here already, by the way. It's Thursday. They're gearing for this.
A duel.
It's a duel. Now, it's an important night for Nebraska because they're honoring all these All-Americans, Nebraska. So they have the biggest of the Shearer brothers are back. A lot of big name wrestlers from the past are here. So that's important. And then Bud Crawford will be on hand. So it's a huge night.
AJ Ferrari going to wrestle?
Ferrari didn't wrestle last week. He's had a turf toe, but it looks like he's going to wrestle tomorrow. He did not wrestle last week at the Navy tournament. But like I said, turf toe, I think he's going to be back. He's the heavyweight, the highly acclaimed heavyweight. He's won a national title at Oklahoma State. I'm glad you mentioned wrestling. This Mark Manning has done a remarkable job to have Nebraska sitting at number 2 in the country because he doesn't have the NIL that a lot of these top programs have. He's doing it just kind of in the old fashioned integrity, trust us
Development.
Yeah. So,
well, and that NIL that Penn State uses, how will that be able to operate in the new rules?
Good question. I don't know.
We don't know that yet.
Right.
So like how
will they skirt the new rules? Is probably
find ways around it, because you can't take that out of the rev share.
Oh, no, not that. No, not what they're paying, guys.
No, I mean, they've got an Olympic development program going on.
Well, that's the big thing. I mean, they have this regional training center, and they have all these guys that train for the Olympics, 6 guys that train for the Olympics. And now you can sell to recruits, hey, come here and train with these guys. That's part of the reason Penn State is so dominant.
Yeah, when you have an Olympic sport where the Olympians train with your athletes,
right?
It's same with swimming,
right?
You know, if you're a swimming program and the Olympians practice with your swimmers, it's a huge advantage, because the way you get faster, like in the sport like swimming, is you practice in the same lane with the Olympians. Well, same with wrestling. You wrestle with the Olympian,
right? And that, they call these regional training centers. And you know, Jordan Burrow left. He's I don't know if he's at Penn State, but he had to leave. He's got 5 kids. He just needed more money. Nebraska has a regional training center, but they just can't pay what some of these other schools pay.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah, it adds up.
Yeah. All right, man, tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Nebraska's going to work.
And odds and ends, and I imagine beer sales. There'll be pretty good beer sales at wrestling, but this got my attention. Somebody nationally did a FOIA on beer sales at all the stadiums that had it available through like the first 5 games of the year. And Nebraska ranked number 1 in total units sold and total revenue, ahead of Tennessee, ahead of LSU, ahead of Minnesota, ahead of Michigan, Wisconsin, you name it. Now, Ohio State's data was not submitted. I'm told that they would be number 1. But how about that? First time they've ever sold beer, and Nebraska's number 1.
See, the program is coming back. It's back. It's coming back. No, I mean, okay, now the question for you, again, you're kind of like, you think much more like an AD than I do. How's that revenue? Is that meaningful revenue for in the context of an entire athletic department?
Well, it's going to be like $3 million that they didn't have before.
Yep.
I mean, so you have to look at it in those respects and think about the concerts and events they're going to have in the stadium. Because the Garth Brooks show still, I think, was the most ever. I mean,
yeah, you could pay 2 quarterbacks with $3 million, right?
Again, I mean, your rev share money is your rev share money. So like but yeah, you're trying to find new revenue streams.
Yes, everybody is.
It's kind of like in our media business now. The old way of media revenue is different. You have to find new ways to get revenue. And it's remarkable though that they were the last school in the Big Ten to have beer sales, and in their first year of doing it, they're leading.
And you know what? Without being snarky all the time, which I tend to do now, but it's kind of a feather in Dannon's cap that they were able to do this at such a high level right out of the gate.
And there haven't been incidents.
Right. Am I wrong about that? I look at it that way. The operation must be pretty good.
I think week 1, obviously, they had some issues.
Yeah,
but
they had trouble.
People knew that, and they got it. I think they've gotten it sorted out.
Evidently. I mean, that's pretty good evidence.
You don't hear anybody complaining about the concession lines.
Not really. I've heard some complaints from Northeast Stadium that the lines all kind of run into the food line, the beer line, the bathroom line. They kind of all.
You get the awkward. What line are you in?
Oh, it gets a little rough. I talked to a fan the other day. It gets a little rough. But this is good evidence that this big beer, the coming of beer at Memorial Stadium has worked.
Well, think about this. Michigan State, they're 234,000 at Michigan State.
What the hell?
Nebraska doubles that in like 1 game. That's their total season number.
Why is it so low? Because they're terrible.
People aren't drinking.
They're not going. They're not going to games.
Nebraska fans can hold their beer. They can handle their beer.
Well, and they're so hardy. That scene, against USC, which we haven't talked about. We don't need to, but that scene against USC was remarkable.
The blackout.
You've been going to games forever, and that was memorable.
Yeah, rarely do you get everything teed up like that. A cool night, a night game.
Yeah, and then
the blackout.
I think sometimes it's okay to praise Nebraska's production. That production It's fun.
Months of planning. I mean, that's not like a 2-week deal. They worked on that for months.
Yeah, it's fun.
Between the drone show and the opening, I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, they treated it like a bit, and it looked awesome.
Yeah, you need to do that in this day and age, and they do. They make it fun to go to that stadium. Like I equate it to the NBA. The NBA makes it fun. It's not just going to watch a basketball game. And they have they'll have a halftime show with a concert of like an R&B band. I mean, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's in Memphis.
So you like R&B?
Of course I do. I like Motown. Temptations, Aretha Franklin.
Well, I'm guessing in the Memphis NBA game, they're not playing older R&B.
They're playing, a little bit. Yeah, they are. It was my recollection of the last time we were there was pretty much straight old R&B. But this is not. They're not playing R&B, but the light show's fabulous. The big AC/DC production is cool. Thunderstruck, all of it is neat. It's neat.
All right. The playoff poll came out as well. 7 Big Ten teams ranked. I think for the Big Ten, that's a good sign. I mean, that the committee valued them more. I think they were at 6 in the AP poll ranked, but Iowa getting the ranking they did was a pretty big shot. There is a path, though, for another playoff team. I think that's what the poll showed us.
What do you say? So are you saying a third one?
A fourth. Even.
A fourth. So Ohio State, Indiana.
I think the issue, though, to get 4 is Oregon's involved in so many of these later games that I think 3 is probably where you're probably right, because Notre Dame is going to take 1 now.
Yeah. Ohio State's 1, Indiana's 2 in this poll. Oregon is 9. After that, it goes all the way to USC at 19, Iowa at 20, Michigan at 21, Washington 23. I'll tell you what, USC doesn't look like a playoff team to me. They don't stop.
Iowa might be the playoff team of the bunch.
USC, if they get in and they face someone that can run the ball, won't win. They just won't win, right? I know you like their quarterback. I thought he looked very average in that game, 9 for 23. I'm not pushing that in your face. He's clearly better than Aiden Childs, who's exited the building basically. But
what about Lamar Jackson?
Hey, how about Sims? How about Jeff Sims? Ran for what? 226
on Iowa State.
He ran for 226.
What happened to Iowa State's like falling off
the bottom fell out. The damn bottom fell out. Yeah, so we always hear this. What do you always hear? Matt Campbell. Got to go get Matt Campbell. Oh, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, they don't recruit elite high level recruits. They play I don't know. They can't overcome much.
What Matt Campbell's representation would say is put him in a place that can. Put him at Auburn and see how he.
Well, has he turned down opportunities? So I think he has.
Yeah. Now, my retort would be, how do you know? I mean, he's never really dealt with that sort of operation. Which, by the way, I think that got Hugh Freeze in trouble. He didn't understand how to operate NIL. He didn't get it.
He logged the most rounds of golf of any college football coach.
It was
like 5 rounds a week. Yeah, it was a ridiculous number.
He was going out there on Sunday. Hell, he was just going out there and watching people play golf. He likes golf. He needed to like NIL more. Like, that's what he needed to like more.
I didn't swing a golf club 1 time this year.
I'm sure your swing does not look like Jack Nicklaus.
No.
Nor does mine, but
I've got a speed to power method that does not usually go well for me.
I can't imagine you hitting it straight very often. Did you hit ground balls?
I got to the point where I was somewhat respectable.
Okay.
But it takes like a lot of practice.
Play. You got to
play.
Yeah,
I mean, like
golf's not
like Jay Moore, who I work with on Big Red Wrap Up, former Husker. I mean, he's like a scratch.
Yeah, he plays damn near every day.
And he plays professional amateur events.
A lot of those guys I know, they're good. They play every single day.
He's going to miss a week to go play like in an event.
Yeah, they play every day. I mean, that's how you get good at it. You can't do that. And if you do, we're in trouble as an organization. If you're out at the golf course all the time,
I know.
Me and Robin are screwed, and so is Abby.
Well, big week. We travel. Arroyo Chop House, by the way.
Is that where we're going? Is that in Old Town?
Old Town. I got it pulled up here. Megan pulled up we're going to eat here on Friday night.
That looks fabulous. Is that walking distance from the hotel?
It's about a mile. So if we could, it's like 20-minute walk.
Greg, our friend, Missing Tooth Greg, said, you can't walk a mile. We could though, can't we?
Yeah, it's 20. It's just through a park, basically.
Ooh.
Park in California. Red flag.
Do you want to walk back at night? I don't know.
I should say park or camp. Sorry, that was.
I think we're Ubering to this one.
We'll probably Uber.
Yeah, Uber.
We could walk through the campground. I'm kidding. God,
You're all right. It's the world. You hung in there with my joke pretty well.
Well, it's going to be a good spot though. I mean, I know you were Mastro's. You wanted to go out to.
I did.
But I didn't want to do an hour in the car.
No, that's a lot. That's a lot. The traffic, you never know. If one incident on that scene, an hour turns into 3. So no, you're fine.
All right. Well, I'll see you at the airport.
Okay. The Lincoln Airport, by the way.
Lincoln Airport, fly L and K.
God, made me laugh.
All right. For Steve Sipple, I'm Sean Callahan signing off.
Bye.
For HuskerOnline Headlines.